doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread podcast in the house. Hey!
We'll have a little potluck. Have everybody over. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. Just all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, you know, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights. You know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
I was a Republican long before the president ever called himself one. And I'll be a Republican long after identifying as such is no longer useful to him.
What?
Now, as President of the United States, he has said, and I quote, "The only way we're going to lose this election is if the election is rigged." What kind of president talks like that? What kind of American leader undermines confidence in the elections in his own country as part of his strategy to hold power? This is extraordinarily dangerous to a free society, and it stands to inflict lasting damage to our democracy.
Damn, Jeff.
Indifference to the truth or to the careful stewardship of the institutions of American liberty is not conservative. Disregard for the separation of powers, the centerpiece of our constitutional system, is not conservative. Governing by tweet is not conservative. It's not even governing. And so it is because of my conservatism and because of my belief in the Constitution and in the separation of power, and because I am gravely concerned about the conduct and behavior of our current president, that I stand here today, proudly and wholeheartedly, to endorse Joe Biden as the next president of the United States of America.
Well, good for you, Jeff. But you could have had me and Joe do your audio video. Goddamn, nigga.
Yeah.
That shit kept blinking out. Yeah. I mean, Jeff Flake, like I would say a lot of, but there are a few in the Republican party who are fed up with
Break your rapes.
Yeah, they fed up with Fat Nixon.
Yeah. Actually, Stork, I'm gonna go ahead and say a lot of, because, you know, I mean, as I was doing the research and everything, a lot of people have jumped ship of the Republican Party and endorsing Biden because they don't want 4 more years of this, you know, this travesty, this lack of leadership, you know, that's going on in this country.
Don't put a whole lot. Hold on. Don't put a whole lot of stock into this Jeff Flake shit, man. No.
This is political.
I'm saying to you that Jeff Flake is a former senator. The reason why he's a former senator is because the Republicans in his state already abandoned him. Mm-hmm. He's a moderate, and what I'm saying to you is that the base has basically said you're not Republican enough for us. They have a word for people like Jeff Flake.
Rhino.
They call him a rhino.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rhino standing for Republican in name only. And so what I'm saying to you, Jeff Flake doing the right thing as the Republican and saying, hey, this is not Republicanism, this is not conservatism, this is bullshit, you know what I'm saying? We need to go back and put country above party. The motherfuckers who are highly partisan are just going to write it off as, he's a rhino.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't speak for us, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to continue to keep on stepping, which is ugly as fuck.
And you know, Fat Nixon.
In addition, it's like all the people who are putting forth, I want to support Biden and I was a Republican or I am a Republican still, Are any of them in office right now? Like, none of these people who are saying, I support Biden are people who are actually, at least that I have seen, are people who are still in an official position as a
none of
Republican.
them are. No.
Exactly.
They just voted. They are notoriously voting for Republican. Is what they notoriously support Republican. That's what I see.
Jeff Flake is not in office because he bucked the trend.
Yep.
When he was in office, and they pushed him out. You know what I'm saying? And the president was savage to him.
Very much so.
I mentioned
he
on
didn't
this
even rerun.
Go ahead.
He didn't even run again.
Yeah.
I mentioned on this podcast about a week ago, or about 2 weeks ago, that there was a study, a poll taken, and of those people polled, there was still, I believe, 50%, 48% of white Americans who would still vote for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, dog, we about to get this November surprise, bro. It's like we got it 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But we were already prepared for it though, so we wasn't too shell shocked at that time.
Julius, you had some thoughts on that. Go ahead, bro. Disclose what you think, man.
It's simple. He's going to win.
Based on
you kind of cut out.
Based on he's going to win. I mean, if I just go off of something simple as like my job, I call it I'm a firefighter, so majority of them guys on my job are voting for him regardless of how it's going to affect them. Mm-hmm. And that's the way it was the last time. They was like, oh no, you're union, so you gotta vote for someone other than Trump. And they voted for him anyway.
Hey, Drew.
How do they justify that?
Yeah, about that same question.
Yeah.
Well, vote for somebody that's non-union and tell you to your face that's like that's the thing to do. I'm trying to figure out how union members feel like that.
Yeah. I'm baffled.
When you can figure that out, you can change the world with that information.
Because my brother the same way. It
makes no sense.
My brother the same way. He been working for GM for damn near 20 years, and he like, I don't understand how y'all niggas keep voting Republican, and they trying to disband you.
Still vote Republican. Yeah.
Who the union backed?
The union backed. They backed Hillary.
Yep.
In that election, what about this election? Have they made a word on it
They
yet?
backed Biden.
They're backing Biden, but these fuckers don't care.
Yeah, they started out with backing Bernie, but obviously that didn't happen. So now they're backing Biden.
Right. Our union backed. It was weird in the primary. They backed two candidates. So it was Biden. I think it was Biden. It might have been. They might have backed three. It was coming down to Elizabeth, Bernie, and Biden. I know that Biden was one of the three, or one of the two remaining, and it was either Bernie. I think it was Bernie and Biden that they backed officially, which is weird. Which is weird. They didn't just pick one. I guess they didn't want to fall on the wrong side of the fence. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah.
The thing is, though, that like Jules was saying, watching the little bits of the Republican National Convention and then reading the recaps that people would write about it, because after the first day I was like, I can't even watch 3 seconds of this anymore. There's so many people that are going to vote for this guy, and it's the way that they explain things, the way that people just buy into everything that they say, the way, like even the fact that all these people who want to vote Republican believe that protests and riots and people not getting the right health care, people burning things down are what's going to happen in Biden's America, even though that's what's happening right now in Trump's America. Like the fact that this is
so those of you who watched it, how did they justify that being the narrative while the shit was happening during the RNC?
All they kept saying is like because Biden and Kamala are going to be anti-police, they're anti-suburbs, just basically saying what the false narratives that they have about these people are the reason these things right now are happening, even though those two people, besides Kamala, who's in the Senate, who really doesn't have power over what's happening in the cities, that's what's going to happen in America, and it's going to continue to happen if they're elected, even though that's what's happening under this administration.
But the Hoteps told me that Kamala was the police, but now they're saying she ain't the police.
Oh, and then they
That's
also
anti-police.
the other big thing they did at the RNC was that they perpetually were bringing out black people to say that Trump is not a racist because I'm friends with him or I know him, and so then that gives the excuse, and then that gives. Oh, and then he gave 5 people citizenship, even though those people didn't realize that was going to happen when they signed the media release. They had, I saw an article that said that these women who talked about
2 black women,
Halloween in New York didn't realize it was going to be on the RNC, and they actually hate Trump and don't support him at all. So they're using all this trickery and using black people to make it, and I don't think they're using the black people to cater to black people. That's all to cater to the white people. So the white people are like, oh yeah, he's not racist. Look, there's black people.
Right.
Yeah, I got black people in my corner. So yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors. You know, it's all, you know, it's the wizard behind the curtain, you know, pulling the strings.
It's a fucking abuse of power too, because you're not supposed to be having fucking naturalization ceremonies at partisan events.
Nope.
That is true.
Nope.
You know,
You're not supposed to be having political events like that at the White House. Like
right?
that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro, he don't give a fuck. He does not give a fuck. He does not give a fuck about law and order.
Yeah, I like how everybody's now like.
I beg your pardon. He's a law and order president.
Yeah.
Yeah, his law and order. That's the only law and order that he gives a fuck about, and that's evident.
But now the whole party's like the Hatch Act. That's just a suggestion. Like, no, it's an actual federal law. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, I love America.
At least we're getting rid of Kellyanne Conway. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, did y'all hear how that shit went down?
That drama with her daughter.
Oh, her daughter, nigga, her daughter had all the her daughter had time.
Oh, yeah, she had all the
time today.
In the year of COVID, I got time, mama.
Oh, yeah. Right. She put all the dirty laundry out there on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah. And then Conway, she had to talk about, I gotta go. I'm gonna take a step down so I can take care of some family issues. Right. You know. We know.
I think mom had quoted a CNN poll that she found favorable. And the daughter was like, "Oh, so CNN is not fake news now?"
Right.
You know, her daughter got that Kelly. She got that Conway alert. Anytime her mama say something, I'm there. But it's so crazy though, because the husband is part of the Lincoln Project, or he was, because he stepped down too.
Yeah.
He stepped down last week
because she had smoke for him too.
I don't get that. What the fuck is that family? What's dinner like there? You got one that's fucking helping this fucking orange fucktard, and you got the other one who's helping run the Lincoln Project, with got nothing but flame for this nigga, and you got their daughter who hate everybody.
But you know what? I feel like before these people step down, it was probably perfectly nice and peaceful. I worry about what it's going to be like when they all are actually at home at the same time, because I feel like now none of them see each other. But now that Kellyanne's stepping down, George is stepping down, daughter, the parents are probably going to keep on like lock now. So I wonder what they're going to actually talk about now, because I don't think they ever talk about
There's gonna be some smoke. There's gonna be some smoke in the city.
Kellyanne's a missionary, man. She don't believe that shit.
No.
Kellyanne goes out there and spends whatever fuck she can just to make a buck. She doesn't believe nothing.
Which makes it worse.
I know. Well, I mean, but she is what she is, and the thing is,
she's an albino. She's an albino
coming of age to find that to be true. Right. And could you imagine growing up and just realizing your parents ain't shit?
Some fucking charlatans, nigga. Ain't got no back.
Yeah, I think they both are probably that way, man. That's why they, that's why they can appear to be on opposite sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Because they just covering both ends, man.
They some 2020 carpetbaggers
for their buck. So
2020 carpetbaggers, bro. That's what they are. Just selling whatever, saying whatever to make that motherfucking money. Fuck them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hope they daughter. I ain't gonna say that. I'll stop. Let me stop. I'll say it. Hope she poison them niggas or something. Anyway,
the duck boat is on the water.
Hey, what's them? Hey, fuck it. What's them? Them kids, them boys that shotgunned their parents back in the day. The brothers.
The Mendez.
Yeah, the Mendez brothers. Yeah. She about to Mendez them niggas, boy.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
The duck boat has docked.
Fuck it, dog. The 2020 it's just a shitty year all around, dog. It's just
it's a shitty year.
Oh man, well, Look at this.
Hey, let me ask this question. So 2020 is a shitty year. We done lost Chadwick. We done lost Kobe. We had all these riots and like multiple COVID shut down everything.
John Lewis.
If they'd have told John Lewis, I didn't even think about that, man. So if they'd have told you at the beginning of the year, Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl, but all this shit gonna happen.
Bring that trophy home, baby.
Where was going to end when they won?
Sorry, John. Sorry, John. You old anyway, nigga.
What are you taking? You taking 2020 or you taking Chiefs? Like,
hey.
Do we take that Super Bowl victory away and have a normal year?
Man, I'm getting my win.
Hey, sorry, John. Sorry, John. You old anyway, and y'all niggas better wear a mask. There we go. There's my answer.
Yeah. Hey, Kobe, I'm in a unique position being that I'm from Kansas City, so I'm a very stout Chiefs supporter, but my favorite team is the 49ers. So I would say,
what?
Give it to the 49ers. If this is how it's going to be, goddamn it, yeah, I said it.
Yeah. He being consistent. He did this before the
Yeah, he did it. He being consistent.
I ain't running away.
That's one thing Zeb going to be consistent.
What is this?
What is this? Whose man is this? Like I said, dog. Hey, hey, Kobe, don't get on that helicopter. Wear a mask. Shit, I don't know what to tell you though, but bring that trophy home, nigga.
Go get that.
We gonna sacrifice Black Panther 2 for that Super Bowl.
Hey, man, they can CGI niggas. They can CGI Chad on niggas' face.
We might have to have M'Baku take over as the new.
Hey, no, what I'm saying is
David Killmonger coming back.
I don't know.
They can CGI Chadwick's face on a nigga. I mean, you saw the Irishman, right? They made them niggas they was 12 years old.
Wow.
CGI Chadwick, nigga. Didn't Tupac do a concert like 2 years ago? They can do the hologram.
I think he did a tour. They
can do the hologram.
That tour last, It's a hologram.
Oh my God.
Green screen that nigga. There we go.
Houston and Michael Jackson.
Damn, they did do it. All right, man. Wow.
Tugboat is taking on water.
Back to our original programming. The Bucks stage walkout all of Wednesday. NBA playoff games postponed. The Milwaukee Bucks did not emerge from the locker room for their 4 p.m. Eastern Time playoff game against the Orlando Magic in protest of the shooting of Jacob Blake, setting off a chain reaction that has led to the postponement of all NBA postseason contests Wednesday. And the Greek Freak, he was the MVP this year, right?
They ain't announced it yet. He got the defensive player of the year.
Okay, but they got a player with some sway who's also used his agency.
He's the reigning MVP though.
Yeah. My bad. There you go. My bad. Yeah. So you use the former or the reigning MVP, and you got this team that's pretty good, using their agency, using their voice to make a statement. What y'all think about it?
And being that they're from Milwaukee, which is right down the street from Kenosha.
Yeah, like 45 minutes away, I think.
Exactly. So you got a lot of people.
Yeah, man, look, I said in the group chat, man, I'm a huge basketball fan, NBA fan. I don't really deal with college too much, but I had to restructure my evening that day because I was planning on watching some basketball. And but I was happy for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they ain't played. It hasn't been any games up until maybe about 40 minutes away from now. It's gonna be the resumption of the postseason.
Yep.
And I've been good with it, man. You know what I mean? I'm proud of these cats for using their platform in a serious way. They threatened. They were from my understanding, both the Lakers and the Clippers were basically not wanting to resume at all. But ultimately everybody decided to go ahead and start back up, like I said, today. And which I think is good. I think they should do that because their opinions, wouldn't be being heard to the level that it is if they weren't playing.
Correct.
And you continue to hold that threat that hey, we can shut this motherfucker back down. You know what I'm saying? If certain demands aren't met, exactly what they're asking for, from my understanding, is they want the owners, the team owners, to get more involved, to open up some of their political contacts and connections, because all of these multi-billionaires, they got these contacts and connections. And, hey, man, I salute them. And, I'll be real quick. And it wasn't only them. I'm a big tennis fan also. The U.S. Open is about to start Monday. And Naomi Osaka, who is Haitian and Japanese, but she grew up in like California. And when you look at her, she's a black woman.
She's a black woman.
She definitely black.
Yeah, she also wasn't going to play her match, and because of that, the whole tennis ended up just shutting down for like a day or two also. And they, there were some games in the MLB, Major League Baseball, that was also shut down.
So she didn't resign the tournament. She didn't exit the tournament.
She didn't, because they went on. They just canceled all the matches for that day, and I think the next day also.
So she's the draw. Yeah, you can.
They were like, we're not gonna make money. Okay, we'll cancel everything.
Exactly.
What do you want us to do, ma'am?
Exactly. And she was like, she was like, hey, she wanted to, being that she's a bring this attention to a predominantly white sport, which everybody knows that tennis is. You know what I'm saying? So she wasn't holding her tongue. She wasn't she was letting it be known.
Isn't it amazing though that in a predominantly white sport like tennis, that the best tennis player in the world for like the last 20 years has been a black woman? Be that Venus, be that Serena, or be that Naomi, every time. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
And beautiful.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, bro. If we play hockey, we dominate hockey.
There are black people dominating hockey. The goalies, all the positions. There's lots of good black people playing hockey.
Yep. Yeah, see, I don't even know. I know that there are a few, but yeah, so there it is, right there. You know what I mean?
Swimming everywhere.
Yep. And now it's not mentioned there. I should have pulled it up, but yeah, I know it came up shortly after they did the protest, that they want part of the agreement them coming back was a lot of the NBA arenas, they want them to open up and use them as polling stations when it's time to vote in November. So I mean,
yeah, which that's cool, man. You know what I mean? That's
and let's not
because a lot of those arenas, they're in the middle of
urban areas
of the city. The downtown areas where where a lot of black people live, where a lot of minorities live.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So.
But how crazy is it that the governments of those societies, those neighborhoods, didn't think of that before the NBA was like, we're not going to play until you make sure that people have a big place to vote.
The government,
the people who are supposed
to shut these places down
to fucking make these decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Hey, tell them to mail it in. That's what we want them to do. We want them to mail it in. Anyway, don't forget the WNBA.
Yeah, they also.
Team.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. And they also wore them shirts, man, with the
7 holes on the back.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger, you know what that remind me of?
What's that?
You remember that Halloween party?
Oh, you was.
I was 50 cent.
You like half a dollar. You half a dollar.
And my costume was like fucking. I drew some bullet wounds on my wife beater.
Wife beater with bullet wounds. And then you had the little Jesus piece, but it was a bunch of quarters in the shape of a cross.
Quarters take me under the cross, nigga.
That was a wild party. Oh
yeah, I mean, shout out to the WNBA. They the wokest league of all.
Yeah, they stay on.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that, man. Salute to them sisters, because they been stepping up, and standing up for a long time, man.
Again, I don't know if we said it verbally, but just to be clear, they drew 7 bullet wounds in each one of their backs on the t-shirts. And in the front, it spelled out Jacob Blake.
Yep.
So I mean, salute. That's woke.
Gotta make motherfuckers uncomfortable, man. If you want some of this change, and I love that they doing it. The athletes using their, I mean, they like Zeb's, like the soldier said, man. Just they ain't got a lot of places where they can speak, but definitely doing these press conferences, definitely doing these games, they can be heard. And they use the platform.
They have the platform to move the conversation forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like Jared Kushner said, it's very fortunate that they have the opportunity and the ability to take a day off of work. to do these things.
I hate him. He an Android. That motherfucker Android, dog.
He really
Gets on my
is.
nerves.
We gonna
Who said that?
Jared
Jared.
Kushner.
Nutless Kushner.
God.
His face gonna pop open like one of them robots. What's that movie that Eddie Murphy was in? Was all a bunch of little Eddie Murphys running the nigga inside this robot? Yeah, that nigga's an android. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like Pluto Nash.
Yeah, he's like,
Pluto
he's like
Nash.
the motherfuckers on Westworld.
He a old Pluto Nash ass nigga. Fucking hate. I can't. It's just that whole fucking family. I hate them niggas. I swear to God, I would run them niggas over if I saw them in the street. And then I'ma call Joe and say I killed somebody.
Like, I'll be like, hey, time to load up the duck boat.
We gonna need a duck submarine, nigga. Shit. Oh shit. Hold on here. Boom.
Well, EJ,
Play that doc. Oh, you got, okay,
ago.
here you go. Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, EJ,
It's
it
kinda
was
low. Hold on.
reported that 4 years ago today, in a preseason game in Wisconsin, that Kaepernick first took a knee. No, this has never happened before, but I'm sure that Dr. Harry Edwards, Dr. John Carlos, Arthur Ashe, Jackie Robinson, and others have been praying for this day. Shout out to Kenny that walked off. I wanted to have a voice in here because I feel like we only have the same couple voices talking during these times. So it's very important for me to come over here. I keep hearing the question like, what's next, what's next? Well, you got to plan what's next. You have to figure out what's next. I'm very proud of the players. I don't know the next steps. Don't really care what the next steps are because the first steps are to garner attention. And they have everybody's attention around the world right now. Then leadership and others will get together and decide the next steps. So we know it won't end tomorrow. We know that there's been 1 million marches and nothing will change tomorrow. We know vote. We keep hearing vote. Everybody vote. But I'm here to speak for those that are always marginalized. Those that live in these neighborhoods where we preach and tell them to vote and walk away. Charles Barkley came to my high school. Just seeing him in the locker room, seeing his hands and his body, that inspired me. You can't see something, you can't be something until you see it. And when I tell you the little kids that have called me upset, I have a godson that has autism and I just had to explain to him why we aren't playing. I have young nephews that I've had to talk to about death before they've even seen it in a movie. If not now, when? If not during a pandemic and countless lives being lost, if not now, when? That's all I just want to hear from the rest of the night while everybody's pontificating and thinking and soapboxing and all of that. We know nothing is going to change. We get it. If Martin Luther King got shot and risked his life, Medgar Evers, if we've seen this and all of our heroes constantly taken down, we understand it's not going to end. But that does not mean, young men, that you don't do anything. Don't listen.
Damn. And I know we all, most of, I know Checker, we watched it, but
That was Chris Webber, by the way. I don't know if everybody knew. That was Chris Webber speaking.
Yeah, he was feeling it. There's a lot of emotion. You can tell he's holding back. He's trying not to cry. And I mean, I think he's feeling what a lot of black people in the world are feeling, man. Like, especially here in America, like, what the fuck? We good enough to entertain you. We're good enough to dance for you. We're good enough to rap for you. We're good enough to teach you how to dress and be fashionable. But when we laying dead in the street, 7 shots in our back, I guess not dead, but paralyzed. But who knows how that's going to turn out. But there have been others have been shot and killed. I mean, what? What we got to do to be human? We just want to be human. It's like we talked about on the show before. It's not like we want niggas to go free. If niggas commit crime, I want them to go to jail. I want you to go to jail. You kill somebody, you shoot somebody, you beat your wife, your children. I want you to go to fucking jail. But that's the part though. I want you to go to jail, which means you have to go to trial. I mean, you got to be in front of a fucking judge. I'm tired of cops playing judge and jury.
And executioner.
That's the main one, executioner.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying we want niggas to go scot-free. No. We want niggas to have their day in court. Just like white people get to do. That's all we want. That's all we want, Chief.
Yeah, man, and that ain't asking for too much. You know what I mean?
You let some people tell it, we ass in the world, dog.
Yeah.
We ass in the world. So.
Yeah, I keep some conservative friends on Facebook just to see what the right is saying. And dude I went to high school with, a real good friend of mine, I went to Central High School. Julius went to Central High School. Central High School is now a black school, but when I was in school, we had, integration. So basically, they bus people in from the suburbs. This is a guy who came in from the exurbs, actually. And so he came and he was with us. He was a basketball player. He was, he was on everything we was on. You know what I'm saying? And then he went to college and he went back to being white. You know what I'm saying? And so now he kicks it with his fraternity brothers and that type of thing, and it's like they fucking have Klan rallies on fucking Facebook, man. And he posted something the other day talking about, I found this to be interesting, and it was the number of citizens that were killed by police officers by race. And what he saw that, look at this, there's more white people killed than black people. What are they mad about?
Number is not proportionality.
This shit was like fucking 2 to 1. You know what I'm saying? Two white people for every one black person that was killed. So his brother, who's a liberal, gets on there and says, well, that's 33%. Black people represent 13% of the population. That's a horrible fucking number. Mm-hmm. But we don't want to look at the numbers in their totality. We want to skew the numbers. We want to squeeze them and make them bleed till it says what the fuck we want them to say.
And oftentimes, man, because I've heard that argument, more times than I can fucking recount. And depending on what numbers you're looking at, because what we're talking about as far as black Americans, what we're talking about too, man, is unarmed black men and women being murdered by the police. You know what I'm saying? So when you break out these numbers about white people, oftentimes it's not unarmed white people. It's just
that's a question. That's a real question.
Just a pure number of the number of white people that were killed by the police doesn't take into account the situation, the circumstances. They might have been shooting at the police. Who knows? Whatever.
Right.
So you can flip these things and make and Jay-Z once said men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. But numbers definitely do lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Chris Webber, and there was more to that speech too, because they came back to him. I think they went to Stan Van Gundy and came back to him. He had more to say about that, but I mean, he was definitely feeling that pain. Kenny Smith walked off the set in solidarity with the players. Mm-hmm. And then I think Roger pulled up. Doc Rivers had something to say too. So
and this was before they stopped playing and stuff. Yeah. This was the night before. The night before.
Yeah. So Chris Webber spoke as soon as it happened, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is just watching the Republican convention and they're spewing this fear, right? Like all you hear is Donald Trump and all of them talking about fear. We're the ones getting killed. We're the ones getting shot. We're the ones that we're denied to live in certain communities. We've been hung. We've been shot. And all you do is keep hearing about fear. It's amazing to me why we keep loving this country and this country does not love us back. And it's really so sad. Like, I should just be a coach. And it's so often reminded of my color. It's just really sad. We got to do better. But we got to demand better. Like, we got, it's funny. We protest and they send riot guards, right? They send people in riot outfits. They go to Michigan with guns and they're spitting on cops and nothing happens. The training has to change in the police force. The unions have to be taken down in the police force. My dad was a cop. I believe in good cops. We're not trying to defund the police and take all their money away. We're trying to get them to protect us.
Boom. Boom. It's that simple.
Well said.
And I'm the product of two police officers. Both my mom and dad were cops. And they found some way, somehow, in the 80s in Kansas City, Missouri, and everybody, you know, we got people on there, on this show who was in around here, the crack era, they found some way, somehow, not to shoot black men, black women, white men, white women in the back. Somehow, some way. At the height of the crack era in Kansas City, Missouri, which was fucking hot as fuck.
Yeah, very violent.
So it can be done.
All right.
But also a little thing back then, though, we actually lived in the areas that the police worked in. The police lived in those areas. They lived in those communities. They had to go home on those blocks with those people who they were policing. So you can't fuck up everybody on the block and then think everything's going to be good when you have a barbecue at your house.
Right. And this was before the widespread use of tasers, when you had, before you had a non-lethal option readily available.
Yeah, you had a 38, you had a 38, and you had a wooden baton. That's what they had, a 38 and a wooden baton and the handcuffs. That was about it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my mama let people know if I have to chase you, I'm kicking your ass. But you gonna see the judge, though. You gonna see the judge. I'm not gonna shoot you, I'm not gonna kill you, but if I got to chase your ass, I'm fucking you up.
You know what I think Doc Rivers said in that press conference? He said something similar, that he was talking about how he was, talking to his kids, his sons, like, hey, if you got to lay down on the ground and if they kick and beat you, and you got to go to the hospital, at least you gonna come back home to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we all, we I don't know all of us, but I'm sure some of us know people or have had deals with the police. I've been pulled out of my car, 8, 9 cops, guns drawn on me just because I was backing my car into a driveway in front of my mama's house. And I wasn't, was I scared a little bit? But the only thing I worried about is they going to shoot me in my mama's fucking house. She don't have to see her only son dead in her fucking driveway because I backed my truck into a driveway suspiciously. That was the only crime I committed, quote unquote, crime I committed that night.
And since when did backing up a truck into a driveway become a crime?
I have no idea, Chief. That's
your skin was black.
That's the only thing they told me was like that. I guess because she lived by the plaza, which still was like fucking 10, 15 minutes away. They said there was somebody who was robbed at gunpoint. And they had a white, like one of them ugly-ass Buick Rendezvous. Nigga, I'm driving a Ford Explorer. They don't even look the fucking same.
Right.
Oh, when you try to back in like you were trying to hide your car. Nigga, it's a big-ass 4-door V8 Ford Explorer. And it's white.
How you gonna hide that?
Yeah, and it's all white at 1 in the morning. Hide what, Chief? I ain't backing into the fucking Batcave.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, but that's that bullshit though. That's that bullshit. If I had sneezed or coughed or got loud, y'all be having different podcasts. Open my car door, all that shit. Y'all be having different podcasts. My black ass probably wouldn't be here.
All right.
And then they got the nerve to laugh. That's the part that sticks with me though. Is like after because the whole time I'm like, what's the problem? What's going on, officer? As I'm laying on the ground, these guns on me, and of course there's always one asshole. Shut the fuck up. We'll ask the question. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, well, I'm trying to figure out why I'm being pulled out of my car in front of my mother's house. All these guns drawn. Shut the fuck. So I shut the fuck up. So they do all this stuff. Oh, well, sorry about that. You're a big fella. Glad you didn't try to fight us. Like, nigga, what? I got 8 guns, nigga. I ain't the fucking Hulk. I said, man, y'all have a good night, man. Be safe out there, pussies. I didn't say that out loud. I said that under my breath, but
yeah, you like your life.
I like to live. It's no, they put the guns away. It's no need to make them pull them back out.
Oh, he called us pussies.
Yeah, but it's shit like that, man. It's like I know people, we know people, and some of us may have tales like that though. But it's like, why I gotta be that way?
Right.
Yeah. Do. Oh shit! Hold on. Where we at? All right.
Understood.
All right. I guess we come to the good part. I don't know. That's not the good part. Hey, y'all, did y'all know that Usain Bolt and Kevin Hart look exactly the fucking same?
Yeah, they do. They do.
So I think what was it, about a week ago? A couple of days ago, doesn't matter. Press release came out from NBC saying that Usain Bolt had tested positive for the coronavirus. They put a picture of Kevin Hart up, which left a lot of Black Americans confused.
Similar.
They said they left a lot of Black Americans confused. They like, so does Kevin Hart have the virus, or does Usain Bolt have the virus? And neither one of these niggas look alike.
No,
not at all.
But as Joe pointed out, that would make for a good movie. That'd be Twins 2. I go watch it.
I think James put that out.
James, my bad. James put that out.
Twins 2, but I was like, I would pay money to see that shit.
I would pay money to go see that shit. I would definitely go pay money to see. I don't even know if that nigga Usain Bolt can act. Fuck it, he just had that nigga running everywhere.
Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't act.
He got a huge personality, man. I'm sure he'd do fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do fine. And that's a strong point there, Zeb. Arnold Schwarzenegger can't act, and that nigga been in 5 billion movies.
Yes.
Right. I mean, one 6'5", the other's 5'6".
5'6".
He may not be 5'6".
That's what the Prince platform's on.
Yeah, right. So
Kevin,
I mean,
let's see.
I don't know. The internet blew up after that. But here's a silly thing about that. Like, Kevin Hart is doing business with NBC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
NBC putting out reports that they don't know who the fuck they doing business with, and they figured this 5'6" nigga look like a 6'5" motherfucker. And it's not like these niggas haven't been successful in their fucking industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they must have.
Kevin Hart sells out fucking stadiums.
Right.
How many gold medals does Usain Bolt have, man?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Like, you can't recognize these two motherfuckers, man. All the other niggas, they just all blend in with you, man.
They must have they must have a stock Negro picture folder or something where, like, we gotta put up a black friend. Grab one of these niggas. Any nigga would do.
They gotta do better, man. They gotta do better.
And Kevin
It tells you how important they are to them.
Yeah, exactly.
They just the entertainment.
Yeah.
They're the step and fetches of our
That's my black friend.
Our company.
Like court gestures, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, Kevin Hart. Yeah, even though he had some jokes, he did feel he stated it was very disrespectful on so many levels. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. They said, due to a technical error, the social image on the post mistakenly featured a photo of Nigga and Kevin Hart. What's the technical error?
The technician who was pushing the buttons and picked the wrong person?
I guess. Yeah, that has to be.
They ain't got no editor.
Black.
Yeah, seriously, how many people did it have to go through that still didn't see that was the right person, the wrong person?
It's like, right.
I'm surprised they didn't put me up there. Like, oh, you got a picture of this nigga, put him in there.
They still mad Bill Cosby trying to spot him.
Wait a minute, wait, you said they mad that Bill Cosby? Oh shit.
Oh,
Bill Cosby trying to buy that ass. They like, fuck all niggas.
Oh my God! This is hey, yeah. We'll file this in the all you niggas looking like archives for 2021. Oh shit! All right then.
I bet you they wouldn't mix up Michael Phelps with nobody. I bet you they know who the fuck Michael Phelps is.
Yeah, they ain't gonna mix up Michael Phelps and Matthew McConaughey or something.
I just put Jared Kushner's picture in there. Michael Phelps tested positive for COVID. This is Jared Kushner. Oh shit! How could you get them mixed up? I don't know. Y'all don't know you motherfuckers. Y'all look alike to me. Anyway, racism. I think we covered everything we came here to cover and talk about. And let's see what has any alibis. We're gonna wrap this up. We all good?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once again, man, what you gotta say, Joe?
Juice, man, you got some final words for us, Juice?
I just put Jared Kushner's picture in there. Michael Phelps tested positive for COVID. This is Jared Kushner. Oh my God! This is
Nah, I think we got it, bro. I think we got it, man.
All right, thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
You're always welcome back, sir. Once you come, you're always welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe when you talk some, I'll sit back and listen to you three talk track, running forums and starts and shit like that. Which cap gun is the best? I don't know. Track coaches talk about. I don't know. the quarter inch spike versus the 1/8. I don't know.
Yeah, need 1/4 inches, bro.
Yeah, you need them quarters, man.
I'm just saying. I know enough.
Pyramid, not spike.
Pyramid, not
Pyramids.
spike.
My bad. Yes, pyramids. My bad. Sorry. I didn't know that they changed that. The spikes too violent.
Yeah, definitely pyramids.
Okay. All right.
Preferably a Mondo track.
Damn. I don't know. I'm old. All I know is cinder tracks. I don't know.
Oh man. He old school.
Old school.
Don't you remember when Center had that cinder track for the longest?
The who?
Center High School. They had a cinder track for a minute.
Center did?
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. They probably did.
Like, I remember when I was at Ruskin before I transferred, we went there, and niggas was getting fucked up in them hurdles, bro. They was getting all the cinder in their face, nigga. I said, cinder? That's a fancy name for red gravel.
I went to Lincoln, man. We didn't even have a track. We had to.
I got a hurdle story real quick. Okay. So I had a 300 hurdler about almost 10 years ago, a kid named Alan Gilbert. And we were getting him ready for state. And so I think it was like the end of the year coaches meeting. And so I said, hey, Jew, man, you ain't doing nothing. Now, Julius is the, let's be real clear. He is the state record holder in Class 3A for the 300-meter hurdles. Nice. The man scored 38 points at the state meet and won us the state championship, where we almost broke the clock, almost hit 100. And had we loaded up the 4x4, we might have. And so Julius is like legit. He's an All-American from KU. So I'm like, hey, why don't you go work with my hurdler real quick, okay? I gotta go to this meeting. Just come work out with him. I don't know what the fuck happened at this workout. All I know is that when I got back from the workout, my fucking hurdle was broken and the kid was limping. That's all I
That nigga Jew was like, what was that, Way Pay? Who's that nigga from Kill Bill? That nigga like, again. Just stroking his beard, nigga.
I got it from here, bro. I'm finished that season.
I thought he had it like be a little bit bad.
Yeah. Close. He wasn't there though. He was close. He wasn't there.
You saying he the it man of track coaches? Out there fucking them boys up?
Oh man, he out here fucking up these hurdles, bro. They got no choice, but they going on a scrap heap fucking man.
Oh shit, well good shit, man. Well, all right, thanks everybody for your time. Lady Lavender, thank you, Jew, for coming through, man. Like I said, you always welcome back. 10 meters, Zeb the Soldier. Joe Jeff, I'm the KC Stork. Never, ever, ever miss a moment to break bread with your brother. Triple B Podcast. We out.
Woo, another one in the books.
Another one?
Yeah, good show.
Like I said, it was a fast one.
Yeah.
All the track stars on the podcast.
Hey, Jew, where's your station at? As far as you said you're a firefighter, right?
Yeah, I'm at 36s off of 99th and Holmes.
Okay, damn. Okay, now he up north. I don't know if you know Christopher Hernandez.
Yeah, I know who he is. I was up north for a minute.
Ah, okay, yeah. Me and him went to Iraq together my first tour. Yeah.
Oh, dang. He cool people, man.
He crazy, but he cool as fuck, though. He crazy, though.
Yeah, he out there.
I remember, I'll say this real quick, dog. Get out this motherfucker. We was in Iraq, man, like, right around when not Final Four, March Madness was kicking off, so they bought in, like, fake barbecue and all this beer and shit. And like everybody hating him because he crazy. He's my dog though. He was like, man, shit, man. This is like being back at home almost, except I'll be eating real barbecue, drinking real beer with real friends. I was like, God damn.
Just like
That, hey, them white girls was crying. They were like, "We not your friends, Chris." He's like, "I don't like none of you bitches."
That is him to a T, man.
Hey, cause he got fucked over because he got stop loss. He was supposed to get out like in 3 months, and he just got that job with the fire department. So 2004, 2005, and they had that big stop loss push. That nigga was an asshole the whole year. He said, "I'm supposed to be gone. Y'all held me past my contract. I ain't doing shit. Send me home." And he didn't do shit. And I wasn't mad at him. I'm like, "Nigga, you supposed to do that? I'm supposed to be out in 3 months, dog. How they gonna stop loss me, nigga, and then send my ass to Iraq?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's all bad.
That's all bad. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's my dog, though. That's my dog. He crazy as fuck, but I love that dude. Yep.
Yeah. Funny enough, we done had a couple fights with that dude, man.
I believe it. He will make you.
Some of the boys, some of the white boys, man, they be tripping.
Oh yeah. I believe it. He will put hands on the motherfucker, or try to. He ain't that big, but he would try to put hands on the motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right, man. All good, man. Thanks, everybody.
All right, y'all.
All right, fellas.
All right, I'm out.
All right. Hey, love y'all.
Yep.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Hey.
Peace.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.